There comes a moment in every man's life when the world begins to feel heavy. Not just busy, not just demanding. Heavy, in a way that feels like it's pressing on your chest. The expectations, the noise, the pressure to keep up, to socialize, to stay visible, to move, even when your soul is begging you to be still. But there's a truth most people never discover. The strongest men in history weren't forged in battles or in crowds or in constant motion. They were forged in silence, in solitude, in the moments when they stepped back from the world long enough to hear their own mind again. Today, I want to show you something most people never learn until life breaks them. Withdrawal isn't weakness. Stepping back isn't running away. Isolation, when chosen with intention, is one of the most powerful transformations a man can experience. This is the forgotten path to inner strength. This is where self-control is built. This is where identity is reborn. This is the power of stepping back. Most men spend years walking around with mental weight they can't even name. You feel exhausted, but not from effort. You feel drained, but not from work. You feel stressed, but you don't know by what. It's the accumulation of constant comparison, endless opinions, invisible expectations, subtle pressure, internalized demands, unspoken fears. Modern life pours noise into your mind the way a river floods a valley, slowly, quietly, but relentlessly. And here's the truth: you cannot know yourself when the world is speaking louder than your own thoughts. The first transformation begins when you step back far enough that the noise finally stops echoing. Because the moment your environment quiets, your mind finally speaks. There's a reason ancient philosophers, warriors, and leaders all retreated into solitude. Stoics practiced daily withdrawal. Samurai trained in nature. Monks sought silence deliberately. Writers, generals, and creators all had periods of stepping back, not to escape life, but to calibrate themselves to live it better. Solitude is the furnace where clarity is forged. In solitude, you discover what you actually think, what matters and what doesn't, what goals are yours, not inherited, what drains you, what energizes you, what habits are destroying you, what patterns are repeating. Solitude forces you to meet the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. And that confrontation becomes the seed of transformation. When you first step back from the world, something strange happens. Your mind starts revealing truths you buried beneath busyness. You notice impulses you didn't see. You notice fears you shrugged off. You notice desires that weren't yours to begin with. You notice wounds you pretended didn't matter. Solitude becomes a mirror no one else can provide. You finally meet the unfiltered you, the restless you, the ambitious you, the insecure you, the disciplined you, the weak you, the strong you. And in that meeting, something powerful happens. You stop running from yourself. You stop distracting yourself. You stop lying to yourself. The world doesn't give you this. Only solitude does. There's a kind of mental strength that only silence teaches. When you step back, you begin reclaiming something that modern life steals from every man: your attention. Most men have never experienced the full power of their attention, not because they lack discipline, but because they've never had quiet long enough to experience it. In solitude, focus becomes a tool instead of a struggle. Your mind stops scattering. Your thoughts move deeper instead of wider. Your priorities sharpen. Your discipline strengthens. Your inner voice grows louder, clearer, calmer, and this matters more than you think. Because a man with focus becomes dangerous, not to others, but to his former limitations. Pull back from people long enough, and something becomes painfully obvious. Not everyone in your life deserves a place in it. Distance reveals truths that closeness hides. Who respects your boundaries, who drains your energy, who supports your growth, who competes with your growth, who values you, who tolerates you. In solitude, you see relationships with brutal clarity. You start noticing who only calls when they need something, who disappears when you struggle, who gets uncomfortable when you improve, who thrives on your distraction, who fears your evolution. And without bitterness, without anger, without drama, you simply start letting go. Not to punish, but to protect. Not to judge, but to grow. Not to isolate, but to choose wisely. Solitude creates the emotional distance needed to reveal truth, and truth is what sets a man free. There is a strength deeper than physical power, louder than confidence, and more rare than intelligence: emotional sovereignty. This is the ability to not react impulsively, stay calm under pressure, not rely on others for validation, regulate your own emotions, feel without being controlled. Choose your responses, stay grounded in chaos. You cannot learn this in crowds. You cannot learn this in noise. You cannot learn this when your happiness depends on external things. Emotional sovereignty is built in the moments you sit with your feelings without trying to escape them. It's built in the silence no one else witnesses. And once you have it, you become unshakable. Every great man has one thing in common. He spent years preparing in silence before anyone ever saw his results. While others chase distraction, you build skills. While others waste hours, you sharpen your craft. While others talk, you practice. While others seek attention, you transform. Your home becomes your dojo. Your solitude becomes your training ground. You begin reading deeply, writing clearly, thinking strategically, creating consistently, learning intensely, improving daily. Silence becomes your advantage. The world becomes your competition, but your only rival is the person you were yesterday. Your energy is your most valuable resource. Most men spend it carelessly, through social noise, through drama, through unnecessary events, through empty conversations, through mindless scrolling, through performing for others. When you step back from the world, your energy stops leaking. It becomes concentrated, contained, directed, sharpened. You learn to say no without guilt. You learn to stop explaining yourself. You learn to protect your inner world. You learn to choose where you place your attention. You learn to reserve your strength for what matters. This is how men become powerful, not through force, but through controlled intention. This is the last transformation, the one most men never reach. You become comfortable in your own presence. Not lonely, not isolated, comfortable. You begin enjoying your own company, your own thoughts, your own routine, your own creativity, your own space, your own silence. This is the mark of an emotionally mature man, because once you're comfortable with yourself, you stop chasing people, you stop craving validation, you stop forcing connections, you stop fearing rejection, you stop depending on others for meaning. You become complete. And once you are complete, every relationship you enter becomes healthier because you're no longer trying to fill an inner void. Stepping back from the world isn't the end of your journey, it's the preparation. The goal isn't to hide forever, it's to return transformed. When you re-enter the world after a period of solitude, you come back, quieter but more powerful, calm but focused, humble but disciplined, still but unstoppable, alone but never lonely, present but unbothered. People won't understand what changed. They'll just feel it, because the world shapes noisy men, but solitude shapes dangerous men. Men who know themselves, men who control themselves, men who build themselves, men who rise quietly while everyone else is distracted. The path of stepping back is not for the weak, it is the path of inner mastery. Most men run outward, few journey inward, but the ones who do rise differently, think differently, move differently, live differently. Strength built in silence becomes unbreakable. Identity built in solitude becomes undeniable. And peace built alone becomes eternal. This is the power of stepping back. This is how you rebuild your mind. This is how you protect your peace. This is how you rise, quietly, unshakably, completely.